And the internet as we know it today was really about data interoperability. I can access any piece of data for anywhere in the world, whether it's a piece of information, whether it's a number. That data interoperability has really catalyzed lots of positive momentum for the global commerce and even global society. When we talk about money interoperability or value interoperability, that doesn't exist today. And if we can make value networks interoperable in the same way data networks are interoperable, I think there's a lot of secondary and tertiary impacts that are hard to predict, but could get very exciting. So in the same way that 21 years ago, I don't think we could have predicted that you could take out your mobile phone and click on your Grab app and have a car waiting for you outside in seconds or minutes or, well, fast. It's hard to predict exactly how some of the dynamics of dramatically improving the speed and dramatically lowering the cost of payments is going to have in terms of changing society.
The U.S. Department of Treasury, a financial system that creates economic opportunities for non-bank and financial fintech and innovation. I mean, I could be wrong, and even people may not know this. This is the executive order that Trump signed his first 90 days in office. Right here, President Trump. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see. Because some people may not have seen this right here. I know you've seen this, Dad. You probably examined this thoroughly. U.S. Department of Treasury, a financial system that creates economic opportunities, non-bank financial, fintech, and innovation. President Donald Trump, Executive Order 13772. And what's really interesting, and let me show you guys this. Guess who's on page 194? So you guys want to talk conspiracy. Where's 194? Okay. I'm thinking that me personally, with this whole indictment coming down on Trump right now when he's supposed to be running for election again, I'm sensing conspiracy theory here. I think they're trying to hold Trump down. Hey, maybe I'm getting too involved in politics lately. But if you go to page 194 right here, where is it at? Bam, there it is right there, guys. Directly in the executive order that Trump signed, there's Ripple.
Issue is, man, whatever their plan is, they're not fooling me.
How much you on that? Like, whoa.
Me, man, you're not taking me out of my XRP, my XLM, I
don't want to say this in the wrong way. I would almost say that they're like an efficient, better performing like Ethereum, because they have like a whole ecosystem. You know what I mean? They're building stuff up on Stellar, like the CBDCs are getting built upon Stellar. You have assets backed by gold built on Stellar. You have tokenization of real estate built on Stellar. I mean, there's so much going on,
Yeah, we've been down the rabbit hole big time on assets built on Stellar.
The whole world is there. Like, are we really that far behind, or is there a plan that these guys have? I'm not going to sleep on the U.S. and say we're just dumb like that. There has to be something behind it, whether it's taking us out of our bags or crushing it to nothing so they could, whatever the issue is, man, whatever their plan is, they're not fooling me.
How much you on that? Like, whoa.
Me, man, you're not taking me out of my XRP, my XLM,
But then the chair comes out and says, look, anybody who buys this bank, crypto deposits aren't going to be part of your purchase. And then it can't be coincidence that the Fed is launching its own payment network that's literally designed to settle payments in seconds the same year that financial regulators have settled payments in seconds the same year that financial regulators have weaponized their authority to quash the major banks that service the crypto industry. We don't need the federal government competing with the private sector industry. We don't need the federal government.
𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝. Yeah, he just passed back there. Yeah, of course, 𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝. The 𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝 that nobody's seen, and he's like a mystery. Well, guess what, guys? Bob Way's seen him. Very close friends.
I know, I'm more close friends.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So yeah, but really I came out to see you because you've been hounding me since I showed up on the floor. And I wanted to do this because this is Texas, and isn't it awesome?
Yeah, you're
especially
from
when
Texas,
it's not
right?
raining. Yeah, from Houston.
History be made Bitcoin is now up to $111. It's an all-time high, and it's continuing to rise. I've seen it break 3 times today. It went up to 110, and this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous. Last trade, 189 Bitcoin for $111 piece. That's amazing to me. I mean, just look at this graph. You see this graph? That's the last 3 hours. Give me a second.
My prediction, about 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows. And that was
Tell them, Brad.
a year ago that I made that prediction, and I got
A year ago, we made that prediction.
went back to the office, and everybody's like, Brad, you're not allowed to say things like that. It turns out I was right.
I'll meet you at the disco. We just getting started.